I think that's something that we have to think about as the American people when we're offered something that is, that we're told is free. That can be very tempting because it is a burden to pay bills. It is a burden to pay health insurance premiums and deductibles. You do factor that in to the choices that you make about your own health care, but if somebody else is paying for it, then you don't get that choice. You're not making the choice about what you think or what your doctor thinks is best for your own health care. Somebody else is making that decision, and the somebody else is a government bureaucrat who has no emotional attachment to you. They don't know you personally. They have nothing invested in your life. The only thing that they are worried about is doing their job correctly, and their job is to make sure that they are only spending a certain amount of money that they have for this program on your health care. And if they don't think that that treatment is quote unquote worth the cost, meaning if your quality of life or your life expectancy is not going to be improved in their minds to a great enough percentage, they will deny you that care because it's in their financial best interest.
That's right. And it's the old case of you get what you pay for. We've seen this already here in the United States with the VA scandals. That patients, and I mentioned some of them in my book, and it's absolutely heartrending. You had a patient with blood in his urine, could not get seen by a simple VA doctor for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and ultimately died of bladder cancer. The VA called his family a week after he died and said, "Oh, we finally have room for him. We finally have an appointment for him. Too bad, unfortunately, he's dead." This is what happens when bureaucrats have to make hit arbitrary cost targets. They can't spend more money, and when they fiddle with figures to meet political waiting time targets.
Right, because after all, it's ultimately the people it's going to hurt the most are the people. I mean, we can talk about the money, and I do want to talk about the money, but the most important point to make when you're listening to these Democrat candidates is these people will be in charge of your health care. They can't even agree on the details of a health care plan on that stage, and yet they want us to trust them to make our decisions about our health and well-being for us. I can't fathom having those people in charge of my health care